Announce the final show. Please make sure to remember to vote for your favorite show once everything is done, and put your ballots at the back table so we can collect them. The final show of the evening is The Last Leaf, adapted by Simon Skold from O.herny short story, and directed by Simon Skold. Thank you very much.
40 years you've been a painter, hasn't it? And what have you done in between?
I don't need it, I said. I can feel it. It's coming.
I think that's the storm you feel coming. Look at the sky. Dreary. Chauncey has always wanted to paint the Bay of Naples, you know. She's good. She could do it. I just don't know if she'll... Only known her since May, you know, all of us. We've only known each other since May. I remember sitting at that Delmonico's, I think, on 8th Street. Did I ever tell you this?
Yes.
No, I haven't. We were both eating chicory salad and soon found our tastes in art and bishop sleeves were equally matched. We became good friends, and both needing a home, we became roommates and moved in here. That's when we met you, and our taste for chicory was met by yours for juniper.
You aggravate an old man.
That'll be the doctor. Hi, you're the doctor? In here. Here she is, Doc. Joanna. Hey, girl. Chauncey? Hey there, White Mouse. There's a doctor here to see you. Oh. Come on. Be a good sport. She hasn't been eating or taking soup or nothing. I can't get her to. Please.
Hi. Let me see. Hello, Joanna. How are you?
Fine.
Can you open your mouth for me, Joanna?
Doc, I'll be next door, okay?
Joanna, I'm going to check your throat and lungs, okay? Say, ah.
How is she?
He's checking right now. I mean, I'm scared. I fear for the worst. Have you heard about the other people getting sick? All over town, at least. Since November began, it's this cold, unseen stranger that has visited us. The doctors call him
Pneumonia.
Here his long, icy fingers have found Chauncey.
Clumsy, very well.
You love her, don't you? Don't you? It was you who called her White Mouse first.
Hey, you aggravate an old man.
Yes, I do. As a niece might her uncle, or a daughter might her father. I've decided I'm going to draw next to Chauncey when the doc leaves. I hope it will bring up her spirits. She must take food. I need you to be my model. I'm drawing an old hermit miner. Did you hear that? I'm going over to check on them.
Ah.
How is she?
She has one chance in, let us say, 10. And that chance is for her to want to live. This way people have of lining up on the side of the undertaker makes the entire practice look silly. Your little lady has made up her mind that she's not going to get well. Has she anything on her mind?
She wanted to paint the Bay of Naples someday.
Paint? Bosh! Has she anything on her mind worth thinking about twice? A man, for instance.
A man? Is a man worth... But no, Doctor, there's nothing of the kind.
Well, it is a weakness then. I will do all that science can accomplish. But whenever my patient begins to count the carriages in her funeral procession, I subtract 50% from the curative power of medicines. If you will get her to ask one question about the new style in clothes sleeves, perhaps, I will promise you a 1 in 5 chance for her instead of 1 in 10. Goodbye.
49. 48. 47. 46. 45. 44.
Good morning, Johnson. I'm going to paint
12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7.
What is it, dear?
6. They're falling faster now. 3 days ago, there were almost 100. I mean, my headache to come. But now it's easy. There goes another one. There are only 5 left now.
Hi, what, dear? Tell your Susie.
Leaves on the ivy. When the last one falls, I must go to. I've known that for 3 days now. Didn't the doctor tell you?
I've never heard of such nonsense. What have old ivy leaves to do with your getting well? And you used to love that vine. Don't be goosey. Why, the doctor told me this morning that your chances of getting well real soon were... Let's see exactly what he said. He said the chances were 10 to 1. Why, that's almost as good as the chances we have in New York when we ride the streetcar or walk past a new building. Try to take some broth now and let Susie go back to her drawing so she can sell the editor man with it and buy port wine for her sick child and pork chops for her greedy self.
You needn't get any more wine. There goes another. No, I don't want any broth. My leaves just full. I want to see the last one fall before it gets dark. And I'll go to.
Chauncey, dear, will you promise me to keep your eyes closed and not look out the window until I'm done working? I must hand those drawings in by tomorrow. I need the light or I'll draw the curtain close.
Didn't you draw in the other room?
I'd rather be here by you. Besides, I don't want you to keep looking at those silly ivy leaves.
Tell me as soon as you finish, because I want to see the last one fall. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of thinking. I want to turn loose my hold on everything and move sailing down, down. Just like one of those poor tired leaves.
Try to sleep. I must call Berman over to be my model. I'll not be gone a minute. Don't try to move till I come back. Hi, Berman. Chauncey isn't doing too well. Might you come over? You said you'd be my model. If that's what it'll take, would you come over and talk with her? She's looking out the window, staring at the silly ivy, watching the leaves fall off. She's counting them down until there are no more left. The doctor told me if she doesn't stop accepting her own death, then she won't make it. She's counting these leaves down, and when the last one falls, she will go too. She swears by it, Berman.
What? Is there people in the world that need their foolishness to die because leaves they fall from a confounded vine? I have not heard of such a thing.
She is very ill and weak, and the fever has left her mind morbid and full of strange fancies.
No, I will not pose as a model for your fool hermit dunderhead. Why do you allow that silly business to come into her brain? Not poor little Miss Jonesy.
Very well, Mr. Berman. If you do not care to pose for me, you needn't, but I think you're a horrid old beast if you can't come over for Chauncey.
You are just like a woman. Who said I will not come? God, this is not any place in which one so good as Miss Jonesy shall I see. Someday I will take the masterpiece, and we shall all go away.
Maybe it's coming soon, Berman.
Ah, that's the storm you speak of.
She needs you, like a niece needs an uncle, or a daughter a father. Just one left. Storm, it won't make it, the wind and rain.
Miss Jonesy.
Open it up. I want to see it. It's the last one.
And the most beautiful one, isn't it?
I thought it would surely fall during the night. I heard the wind. It will fall today. I shall die at the same time.
Chauncey, please don't think like that.
It will happen. I know it will.
Dear, dear, think of me. If you will not think of yourself, what would I do? Some broth? Drink, Chauncey, please.
No, wait. Look, it's still there, Susie. The leaf.
And the most beautiful one, too, isn't it?
Yes. I've been a bad girl, Susie. Something has made that last leaf stay there to show me how wicked I was. It was a sin to want to die. You may bring me a little broth now, and some milk with a little wort in it, and... No. Bring me a hand mirror first, then pack some pillows about me, and I will sit up and watch you draw.
Chauncey, sweet Chauncey, I'm so glad. I feel as if I've broken my own fever. A fever of fear and loneliness has infected me. You have cured me, White Mouse.
Susie, I hope someday to paint the Bay of Naples.
I hope you do too, Chauncey. When Berman paints his masterpiece and we all go away, we can go to Naples and you can paint. Doctor, come in. She's much better.
Ah, yes, you seem so. A boy to think of, no doubt. You listen. Well, tell me how you feel, Joanna.
I'll be in the next room, Doctor.
Now then, open your mouth for me, Joanna. Say ah.
Berman? Mr. Berman? Mr. Berman?
Susan,
Yes, Doc.
she's out of danger. You've won. Nutrition and care now, that's all. And now I must see another case I have. He is at the hospital today to be made comfortable. Pneumonia, too. He is an old, weak man, and the attack is acute. There is no hope for him. Berman, his name is. Some kind of artist, I believe.
Berman?
The janitor found him on the first floor of this very building, helpless with pain. His shoes and clothing were wet through, icy cold. He couldn't imagine where he had been on such a dreadful night. Then they found a lantern, still lighted, and a ladder that had been dragged from its place, and some scattered brushes, and a palette with green and yellow colors mixed on it. She did.
Susie, what is it? What? You're scaring me.
Chauncey, I have something to tell you, White Mouse. Look out the window, dear. Look, it is as I thought. Look at the last icy leaf on the wall. Didn't you ever wonder why it never fluttered or moved when the wind blew? Darling, it's Berman's masterpiece. He painted it there. Last night, when the last leaf fell.